WZIP days, this was a request I got, and I didn't even think we had this in the system. And turns out we had it, and I played it. And my friend, who just happened to be the music programmer, was like, "Why are you playing Hootie and the Blowfish?"
He was aghast.
She was mad.
She was
like, "This is not what we play." I was like, "It was a request." She was salty, but I was like, "We had it," so I just played it.
And that's when you learn the truth about requests.
Yeah.
We play anything. Play some Frank Sinatra. Not that.
Yeah, she's like,
it was 30 years ago today. Atlantic Records signed a band from South Carolina that no one had ever heard of, called Hootie and the Blowfish. And everybody said they were crazy. They had gotten turned down by a number of record labels. And the debut album ended up being a massive, massive album. It was called Cracked Rear View. Now, the star that burns twice as bright burns half as long. And they didn't last very long. Most of the hits were pulled from that first album, but and there were people who loved them. That's how bands like Hootie and the Blowfish and the Dave Matthews Band got on major label radars back then, because they had huge regional followings. Like when the Dave Matthews Band finally signed a major label contract, they didn't really need them. They were making like $1 million a year just in touring. Dave Matthews Band was a massive, massive regional word-of-mouth band, and it was the same with Hootie and the Blowfish. Hootie and the Blowfish, of course, famously hated their name. They were kind of tongue-in-cheek about it, and Darius Rucker was pissed because everybody called him Hootie, and the other guys were the Blowfish. But anyway, they were kind of a party band. I think they started at USC, home of the Gamecocks. But yeah, it was a big, big deal. And then probably 20 years later, Poundcake got to play them on the radio at the University of Akron and get screamed at by his music director or program director or whatever it was.
It takes an incident like that for me to remember a name and a song. Like a band and a song.
Yeah, you're, Slumdog Millionaire.
You were a Slumdog Millionaire, weren't you?
Switch out the first letter.
He was a Lumdog Millionaire.
Close.
Oh. It takes a minute. I get it. It takes a minute.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Atlantic Records is like, well, let's see what these guys do. And they figured if they were lucky, they'd have a couple of hits. And the debut album sold 21 million copies. And, people laughed at them. There was not one iota of them that was cool. But they were in the right place at the right time, and they laughed all the way to the bank. And to this day, you'll still hear them get played.
That album was on pretty regular rotation in our family.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Because it was so wholesome.
I mean, we just liked it. It was just really popular, and yeah, like our parents wouldn't get mad at us for listening to it. It was just good.
Are you listening to Hootie and the Blowfish again?
Catchy.
Turn it off.
No.
It's the devil's music.
Get outside and pick your own switch, boy.
They're like,
We're going to come to blows over this Hootie.
If you're going to listen to a black guy, we prefer Hootie.
Right. He's one of the good ones. Put on more Hootie. Yeah, well, listen, I don't think anybody got that excited about them, but they're a party band, right? Darius Rucker has had a great second act in country music. Mm-hmm. And who knows what the Blowfish is doing.
I mean, they did a tour.
They reunited, right? Yeah. A couple of years ago. They went out with a bunch of other 90s bands. And
they did really well on that tour, too. I would, if they go back out, I'm going to see them. Absolutely.
Really? Will you take mom and dad?
No.
Oh.
No. They're not fun people.
Well, but
like spending time with them.
You said that album was on a lot in your house, they might have some pangs of nostalgia
like the kids listen to it. My parents, my mom doesn't listen to music.
I know your mom's famously not into music.
And my dad,
he likes Gordon Lightfoot.
He likes some music, but he's not really into music.
What if they went out as Gordon and the Blowfish? And they only did...
If they did Gordon Lightfoot songs the whole time?
Yeah, because, he's dead. He can't do them, right? Gordon Lightfoot died this past May. And so if they went out, Hootie and the Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
How about that?
Perfect.
we've talked about how, and the audience has talked about at great length, how Mary sounds exactly like Amy Poehler. And not to put too fine a point on it, is also very visually similar to Amy Poehler.
No, you had it similar.
Simulating.
I was channeling Poundcake there. Visually similar.
Especially in my
Amy Poehler.
Halloween costume today.
She's Leslie Knope.
Nope, 2012.
Similar.
Hold that back up. It's a little slow. There you go.
Okay.
And so Mary has audibly recreated some Leslie Knope too. And they sound, I know you don't think you sound like
I can't hear it. When people say, and I have this, when I say every single stand-up show, 99% of clips that I post online, people are like, Amy Poehler, Amy Poehler, Amy Poehler.
Amy Poehler does the rare podcast where she's not just sitting around talking about nonsense. She plays a character. I don't know if you ever heard it. It's called, and I don't know how frequently they come out, but they are funny. And it's a scripted podcast. It's called she plays Dr. Sheila, who is a psychotherapist with zero experience. And then she has people play her patients. So it's like, a lot of those Ass Cat improv friends and things like that. Parnell will be in there and Groundlings, things like that. And when I listen to it, it sounds like Mary. And so, because again, we're hearing our voices through our bones. Everybody else is hearing us through the air. So that's why you go, oh my God, is that what I sound like?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you sound like to everybody else.
Leslie, Grant Larson is on the phone for the National Park Service.
I cannot meet with him right now. We are in crisis mode, okay? Larry, just tell him I need to reschedule because I am trying to fix my beehole disaster.
Okie dokie.
Wait, no, Larry, don't tell him that. Don't mention my beehole.
I cannot meet with him right now. We are in crisis mode, okay? Larry, just tell him I need to reschedule because I am trying to fix my... I cannot meet with him right now. We are in crisis mode, okay? Larry, just tell him I need to reschedule because I am trying to fix my beehole disaster. Wait, no, Larry, don't tell him that. Don't mention my beehole.
Now, disaster is a little different.
Well,
You kind of throw
think
some
that's-
Ohio in there.
Yeah, that's
There's disaster.
Disaster.
Right. But
I drove myself
but other than
crazy.
that, I mean, it's pretty similar.
Is it similar? I think that's
Simulated.
it. That's exactly what it is. It's similar. It's
Similar.
not similar. It's similar.
Yep. By disaster.
Oh, that's my bad.
And she's from Boston, so she's probably worked. I don't know if she ever had a Boston accent, but I mean, she probably worked to maybe get rid of whatever she might have had. But it sounds almost identical to me.
I recorded it several times trying to get her inflections. It's not like I do impressions, you know what I mean? But I was like, all right, well, let's just try. They sound completely different to me, but I felt like that. The last part especially, the don't mention my beehole, I felt like that was I nailed that one.
The
That was the
inflection, I
part-
think, is very good. But I agree that you guys don't sound alike.
Really?
I don't think they sound alike.
I cannot meet with him right now. We are in crisis mode, okay? Larry, just tell him I need to reschedule because I am trying to fix my beehole disaster. Wait, no, Larry, don't tell him that. Don't mention my beehole.
Disaster. But other than that, I hear it.
See, it just sounds like Mary to me.
I think the last part's wait, no, Larry, and then don't mention my beehole.
Leslie, Grant Larson is on the phone for the National Park Service.
I cannot meet with him right now. We are in crisis mode, okay? Larry, just tell him I need to reschedule because I am trying to fix my beehole disaster.
Okie dokie.
No, Larry, don't tell him that. Don't mention my beehole.
Don't mention my beehole.
It's a funny clip no matter how you slice it. I mean,
I think similar is a perfect way to
simulated, yes. Her brother's a big deal in Sweden. He's from
Mary's?
here.
Yeah.
Amy Poehler. He lives in Sweden, and he's become a big deal over there.
If you could move to any other country and be
Argentina,
big in that country,
You wanna hang out
Japan.
with the old-
They already have a song to it.
okay.
If you could move to why would you move to any other country?
Say,
I think you'd want to be big here.
but what I'm saying is,
You're not going to be big here. You got to go to another country and you get to be big there.
Oh, you're not going to be. It's a foregone conclusion.
it's
You're
like-
not going to be big here.
it's like the Hasselhoff effect or whatever. Like he's big in what?
Germany.
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 So pick another country and you have to be like the number one guy in that country, or the number one guy on radio, or the number one guy in comedy in Sweden or Netherlands.
It would have to be one of those, right? I mean, those countries.
Australia.
Australia.
Mm-hmm. That would be it for me. But not like outback Australia, like Sydney, Australia.
Like the whole,
Nice
you get
weather,
the whole
still
country.
touristy.
Okay.
Yeah. Mine would be, I'd probably go England. England would be fine.
Do we automatically get to know the language?
No, you got to learn like
No,
everybody
as
else.
it exists.
yeah, I'm
yeah.
gonna
Well,
go-
then you'd want to be somewhere where there wasn't a language
Yeah,
barrier.
That's what I
go-
mean.
Yeah.
Because I'd love to go to Italy or Spain.
I just automatically think of those countries that always top the list of the happiest countries because they're not under the thumb of late-stage
Like
capitalism.
Switzerland, or not,
Norway, Finland,
Norway, yeah,
Copenhagen.
yeah.
I had a friend that lived in Copenhagen for a while and loved it.
And they speak English mostly over.
Yeah.
Like, not mostly, but they know it. So you could. Now,
Gesundheit. There's some fliegen, flirgen, but I mean, everybody over there speaks English. That's how you get to be Amy Poehler's brother, who's a big deal in Sweden.
yeah, I'd probably go Sweden. Sweden or England.
And they have
England's food is
gorgeous
trash.
women. England's food. Yeah, they're not known for their cuisine.
That's
you
what I
know?
mean.
Yeah.
Italy or Spain, probably
But
Italy.
but in England
Yeah, I
or
learned.
anywhere in the UK, you are a hop and a skip away from a place that has great food.
I don't like fish that much. I don't want breaded fish every day. Or room temperature beer. I don't drink beer, but still. Don't they like not serve any drinks with ice? Like everything's room
It's
temperature over
all
there?
room temperature. You have to ask for ice, and then
That's
they
what I
roll
mean.
their eyes. Yeah. If you want to put a spotlight on yourself as a tourist, which, let's be real, they can spot a mile away anyway. So my thought is always, like, I never want to be an ugly American in another country. However, if they already see me coming a mile away using whatever American gaydar they've got, just ask for what you want.
Oh, there's a gay American. Poundcake,
You know what I mean?
What was
Like,
your choice?
if they can, no matter how much you know the language, they know they can see you coming. So just ask for the ice, just nicely.
Germany.
Put the ice in nicely.
Germany or Spain.
Germany because of the Berlin sex clubs, obviously. Spain because of your deep and abiding love of paella.
Spain because it has a little bit of beaches, architecture,
Paella.
hot people. That's about it.
Paella.
Beautiful language. I don't know what paella is.
I'm pretty decent at Spanish. I was almost a Spanish minor in college before I dropped out.
Soy un flamenco.
Sure.
Por favor.
Nope.
Yeah, he got it. Soy bomb. You've never had paella?
I don't know.
Oh, it's so good.
What is
It's like rice and seafood and vegetables and
Wait, Cody, how do you spell paella?
Oh, he's not going to know this.
Come on.
Oh, come
How do you
on.
spell paella?
It's a Spanish word.
P-I. So it's not P-I? Okay, then I don't know.
Magnum paella. Well, try it again. I mean, think of the word, the closest hint I can give you, think of the word tortilla. You know how to spell tortilla.
Like tortilla.
That's right. So think about paella. It operates in kind of the same way. Take another crack at paella.
P-O-R-I-T-T-I.
Oh, whoa, wait. P-O-I-T-T? What is he?
Because of tortilla. He said,
Are you trying tortilla with just a
You
P?
said it was just like tortilla.
Like the L's,
The
dummy.
rest of the letters are silent. Okay.
Oh, my God.
P-O-R-T-I-T-T.
Can't even give him hints.
P-I. Wait, no. P-A-Y.
Yes, 2 or 3 Y's. No, it's okay. He's not going to get it, but that's okay. Most
how is
people
it
wouldn't.
spelled?
It's P-A-E-L-L-A. Ella. But it's pronounced paella. Listen, 99% of people wouldn't be able to spell that, so it's fine.
You could have told me the L's instead of the T's. And that would've
I
been
said
better.
tortilla.
But you didn't say.
I
you didn't
said like
specify
the
what-
double L's.
That's a big word. There's a lot of consonants and vowels in there. I didn't know.
I know. He's always got an answer for it, doesn't he? Except the right one. He's got 100 answers, just not the one you're looking for.
You're like, that's just like saying, oh, if you drill down here, you'll hit oil. Where?
I said that, yeah, right where I'm pointing is where you drill and find oil. Right where I'm pointing.
That's a more direct answer.
I
than
said
saying
like
somewhere in
that.
the tortilla.
I said focus on the double L. Now, conversely, flotilla, that's 2 L's, but you pronounce the L's because it's not a Spanish word. It's very confusing. Words and letters are, but paella is dynamite. Oh, so good.
Almost like a stew.
Yes. But they just come out and they just throw it on. There was this place, it's long closed now, but there was this Spanish restaurant in Chicago we used to go to all the time when my girlfriend and I first moved back there called Cafe Iberico. And they would just bring these giant things of paella.
So-
You'd bring like a party of 8 and they,
So is this
friggin'
just
good.
Is this just a Spanish thing, or is this like a Hispanic thing because I think
I mean, it's a dish from Spain.
because I think I had this when we went to Mexico. If I'm not mistaken. I think it was something like
Well,
this.
there's a little bit of influence.
I understand that. That's why I said it's a Latin Hispanic thing. I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, they've
a
put
lot
their
of customs are different between.
I've
Mexico
had paella
and
in
Spain.
Mexico. Yeah, they just put their own kind of twist on it. But
Okay.
yeah,
I think because we were passing around something, and I think it looked a lot like this.
I think they're putting more peppers in it in Mexico. But it's
They
still
do a
great. Like
Paella Supreme.
if
sour
you,
cream.
if
Quiero
you,
paella.
yeah, yo quiero paella.
There you go. That's a sentence.
if you like rice and vegetables, and Mary can't have it because of the seafood.
Correct.
I understand that. But so
I have
good.
had it
Tons of
before.
cilantro and
My
What?
allergy. I've had it before.
yeah. Well, there's some food news for you. Stumbled into it. But I mentioned at the top of the show that I had 2 donuts for lunch.
Portilla.
No.
Paella.
No. It was double T's. It
Double
was
T's.
Portitt.
And then
we all
3
started
Ys.
and then we all started laughing so hard.
3 Ys.
It was Portitt.
Yeah. Portillo's is what you're thinking of, the hot dog chain. No, I had 2. We had a show meeting today that really carved out a big chunk of the day. And so, and somebody throw a box of donuts in our conference room. And I walked back in here and I walked back in there and I had 2 donuts. And I was reading this morning that like Krispy Kreme is freaking out over Ozempic. And any company that makes that kind of stuff, they're freaking out because they're like, people, this is really going to cut into our bottom line.
All the
That
people
these
using Ozempic?
Yeah.
Because they're going to be skinny and not want donuts.
Yeah, they're
anymore.
like, the demand for our product is going to crater if people are taking all of these weight loss drugs. Because, I mean, isn't the whole point that it like murders whatever craving you have for that kind of
I
stuff?
feel like for a certain period of time, like I don't know what Trim Spa was. It was a weight loss thing, and they were like, oh, it monitors your cravings or whatever, and then it doesn't.
Yeah, but that wasn't.
She gained all the weight back.
That wasn't a drug, right? That was like you had a shake for lunch. Isn't that what Trim Spa was?
Was it a pill or was
I thought it was a
shake?
meal replacement program.
I don't.
I have no
remember.
idea.
All right.
But aren't those Ozempics and stuff really bad for people and like
Supposed
causing
to
them
be.
to have like frozen stomachs or whatever?
Some
and
people,
stuff?
yeah. I mean, I think it's too new. All the people who complained that they didn't know what was in the COVID vaccine, boy, they lined right up to lose some pounds with Ozempic. But they don't know yet what the long-term effects are. But the
that's
short-term
why-
effects, when it comes to weight loss, you're looking for short-term effects.
That's scary.
Fast, short-term.
But
But
I think Krispy Kreme, based on, even if everybody's on Ozempic, I think Krispy Kreme would do just fine.
all right.
There's always going to be people out there wanting donuts.
Hey, Duke.
Yeah, well, that cream's never crispy. I don't care what they say. I've tried them all.
yeah, faux shiz.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. What's up, Duke?
Paella, da 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 da.
Uh-huh.
Listen, there's just a story that came to mind, and it's kind of apropos for today. My father-in-law passed away not too long ago, and
I'm sorry to hear that.
we took him to the undertaker, and he was in the Navy, and he'd always wanted to be buried in a navy blue suit. And he'd been in hospice for a while and lost some weight, and he didn't really have anything that fit. And we said to the funeral director, he's got to be buried in a navy blue suit. It's got to be blue. And he says, well, I don't have one. I'll have to buy one. I said, I guess we don't care, whatever it costs. So he come back for the wake, and Grandpa's laid out in the coffin, and he's wearing this beautiful blue suit. And I asked the funeral director, how much was it? And he said, well, actually, he said, it didn't cost anything. He said, the funniest thing happened. He said, as soon as we left, another corpse came in, and this guy was wearing a nice blue suit. And the funeral director said, I noticed they were about the same size. And I asked the widow if she would mind if her husband was buried in a black suit, and she said she didn't care. So I switched the heads.
Oh, boy. What a boon for your father-in-law, Duke. It's not like he's going to complain, right? It's,
No, who's gonna know?
who's going to know? Just you and the family, and it'll be your little secret.
Good one.
Thank you, Duke.
Love your costume.
Oh. Switch the heads. Okay, I've got to take a break here. If you want to send a text, 35192. I'll have those passes for you. If you want to check out the Mummies exhibition that's coming through Cleveland, it's going to be over at Playhouse Square for a brief period of time. And then another $1,000. Next keyword coming to win a grand from the Buzzard.